following program is in described video for the visually impaired. It is also suggested that you listen to it under the influence of heavy drugs. Thank you.
Welcome back, beards and beardettes. Today we are going to talk about syringe filters. As you can see here, we have two different kinds, right? One smaller. You can see the diameter of this one, and one's considerably larger, right? Now, these are specifically and only for liquid cultures. That's right. I've seen plenty of videos out there of people using these as filters for their grain jars, and that simply will not work well. I've seen them use 1, 2, 3, even 4. That's right, 4 in the lid, and it just doesn't get the job done for grains, right? For grains, you should be using synthetic filter stickers. This is what's for grains. These are what's for liquid culture. I'll explain why. This does not need to breathe, right? When you make your LC, you should have plenty of headroom here so that when you put this on your magnetic stir plate, it can suck in some oxygen, spin it around, oxygenate your liquid culture. You've got plenty here. Now, every single time you pull out of this jar with the syringe, which is what the ship is for, the self-healing injection port, every time you suck mass out of this, you're pulling air through your syringe filter. Now, at first I thought that the bigger syringe filter was the better option, but I had a buddy of mine turn me on to the smaller ones, and you know what? They definitely get the job done. The only purpose for this is to filter the air that you're sucking in by sucking mass out of it, so that you end up with clean air in here. The second reason for it is to create equilibrium, right? Because if you don't have something like this on your jar and you go to suck out your liquid culture, you're going to create a vacuum in there, and it's going to make it really hard to suck out your liquid culture, because when you attempt to draw it out, there's the vacuum you create in here is going to try to suck that plunger from your syringe back down and spit all your liquid culture back into your jar. So it's to create equilibrium so that there's no vacuum in here, and also to provide adequate filtration for the air that you're pulling in so that you don't end up contaminating the jar. Now, like I said, at first I thought the larger one was going to get better performance, but I actually didn't notice a difference between these smaller ones and the larger ones. As long as you make sure to get the right filtration, which these are 0.3 UM, 0.3 micron. You can find these in 0.5 and 0.7, and I think some others as well. But the larger filtration, I'd say, yeah, the larger level of filtration, you can pull mold spores, all kinds of stuff in here. So you definitely want the 0.3. And like I said, these smaller ones are cheaper, and they do the exact same job. That's right. So when you're out looking for them, I highly recommend these. Not any particular brand, and they do not have to be red or blue. They come in yellow and orange and a whole bunch of other colors. The color doesn't really matter as far as I know, and as far as the brand goes, I haven't seen any perform better or worse than others. So just go for the cheapest ones you can find and the small ones, because the smaller they are, the harder they're going to be in the way, and they're cheaper. So this is today's discussion about syringe filters. I hope this helps somebody out. You guys stay safe out there and happy cultivating.